So today we've been looking at the research, the Ipsos Mori research, taking the customer service of the future to 2016 and building on the research from 2011 and how that looks in 2012. So the key findings are similar in that the consumer still expects the personalisation, still expects to speak to someone and wants a customised service. And the contact centre has got pressures of cost reduction, so needs to automate. That hasn't changed. What we are seeing though is that those statistics are changing in that the use of telephony is reducing, or the expectations from the consumers is reducing to use the telephone, but to use the telephone for more complex queries. So what that means is they'll be phoning up for complaints and more complex scenarios, putting pressure on the contact centre again to be able to deliver the service on a much more difficult transaction. We're also seeing increase in web sales, so that puts less demand onto the contact telephony and email channels, but increasing on the web. And when people do phone, it's likely to be a scenario where something's gone wrong on the website. The other interesting area was that contact centres are looking for personalisation, to offer personalisation, and the consumer expects that, but that's very costly. And we couldn't understand why, if you could get such a great level of personalisation, or you could offer a multi-channel, omni-channel experience, because our research was suggesting that you could get 4 times upsell capability, why the organisations aren't doing that. So digging deeper into that, we established that it's not a technology issue, it is one of organisational structure and the siloed approach. So we saw that 70 to 80% of organisations are still operating in silos, and that corresponded quite interestingly to the consumer wanting and expecting an increase in personalisation. So obviously if the organisations could break down those silos, then we'd be able to, as a contact centre business, be able to offer a better service across those channels. Finally, we saw from the research that consumers are more promiscuous, and the statistic was that 44% are less loyal. When we asked a specific question around that, around price, quality and customer service came third, price being first, and the product and the quality of the product being second. So the promiscuity of the consumer is a key aspect now. The loyalty being, 44% of consumers are being less loyal. Means that you're going to have to work a lot harder to understand your brand and the level of customer experience that you can afford. So the affordability factor, the price versus the customer service is a key aspect that we plotted, and then overlaid that with automation. So we had 4 segments, the key segments being the very high price and low customer experience. And the example of that was the petrol pump. And then the low cost, low experience being the no-frills airlines, such as EasyJet, where you don't expect a good customer experience, but you get the best price. And then at the top right, we were seeing the likes of Apple and Nespresso being the high-value brands with able to charge more for their products, but also having to deliver a very high value of customer experience and service. And then ultimately, on the right side, bottom right, where you have a high customer experience and a low price, the likes of Amazon that have got it right online. So they're offering the experience, they're getting the price at the best possible price, and they're even prepared to offer a service for £5 where you get free delivery. And I think the key finding for me was that until you plot yourself onto that 2 by 2, you can't understand where to automate and how to drive the price, customer service comparison, and deliver the right experience for the right product. Going forward, the key aspects for me are that segmentation of your brand and understanding where your brand fits on the price to customer service, and then understanding across your channels how you can break down those silos, because one of the key aspects to delivering an optimal customer experience is being able to look across those channels, and irrespective of whether it's on web or it's a face-to-face or it's in the shop, is being able to offer the right experience across those channels and get that right.